Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is the super exciting, long-awaited kitchen organization video. So I've actually had a lot of this filmed since the end of February, the start of March, and where I just took that little break from posting, it's been sitting in my files. So I'm super excited to upload that for you guys to be able to see, watch through it with me, maybe get some motivation for yourself. I have a few tips that I used when I was organizing to try to figure out which way would be the best. So I'm going to share those as well. But I hope you enjoy today's video. If you do, be sure to like and subscribe. There's going to be lots more organization videos coming soon, as well as just some other fun self-care videos and just some other stuff. So just stay tuned for that and let's get started. So when I was going back through editing all of the footage for this, I realized that some of my videos that I thought I had recorded either were not recorded or I have deleted them by accident. So at the beginning, you're going to see that I'm going to start by showing some boxes and just things that we packed away. So when Raymond moved in here, there were a good many kitchen utensils, dishes, just things like that that were left here for him to use. And so when I moved in, we had stuff that we received as wedding gifts and things like that. So we decided to use those instead. We didn't want to get rid of those though, so we decided to just pack those in the boxes and put those in the attic for the time being. So that was the very first thing that I did. Just went ahead and cleaned out everything that I knew we weren't going to use. And then the second thing, if you see in some of the clips some sticky notes, it's because that's how I decided I wanted to think about how to organize and the layout for the kitchen in which way that I thought would work best. So what I did was for each drawer and for each cabinet, I wrote down on a sticky note what I wanted to go in either that drawer or cabinet. This was really helpful and it gave me an idea of where to start sticking things, and it also let me see how big of an organizer that I needed for that cabinet. So that's a good tip. If you have a big space and you seem kind of overwhelmed and you don't really know where to start, just kind of think about it in what layout is going to work best, and you can always switch it around. So there were a few times that on the sticky notes, I ended up actually switching cabinets or adding something in there that hadn't originally been on the sticky notes. So that's just a good way to think about it that really helped me. So maybe you'll find that useful too. Okay, so I had gotten 4 large Home Depot boxes, but we just used 2. Probably should have split it up because these are kind of heavy, but these are almost completely filled with things that were here in the kitchen that we did not need. Whenever we do move out, we can put those back in the kitchen there. So now we're going to go through that big bin right there of all the organization things we got. So the first thing that I got are these canisters right here. I actually got 4. One is just already in the kitchen. I haven't used it yet, but it was already in there and I just didn't move it back. Well, I think I'm going to keep it with like the pantry staples is what we're using these for. So I have 4 of these. I also have 3 of these, if I can separate them. They are a little bit like I guess a smaller size here. And I got these at Hobby Lobby. These were $4, but were 40% off. So I got 3 of those. I also got these at Hobby Lobby for just a few of the bigger items. It is the bigger black one. And we went with black because the knobs in the kitchen are black. So these are $9.99, but 40% off as well. Their whole spring shop was. So I got 2 of those. Then at Ross, I was able to find these organization kits. So there's 10 pieces to it. We have this like medium size one that has this one that's like the same width, but it's just like the shorter. And then it came with, you can see this, there's 2 of this size, 2 of, you can kind of see that, 2 of that size. 2 of these, and then 2 of these. And I got this pack. This was $12.99 for this 10 pack, and I got 2 of those. And then I got this one. They only had 2, or I probably would have gotten 1 more. And then I also got this one at Ross as well. It's just a 5-piece. Now I also got this one. It's like the smaller, little shorter insert. And then it has the 2 different kind of things in there. So I got one of these. That was all they had. And that one was $6.99. So that's all for like the cabinets and things like that. But I also got a few things for the fridge because I can try to organize it, but it still just bothers me. And I've been seeing everybody getting these clear containers and I love them. So I found some at Ross as well. So I grabbed, there's 2 of these little clear containers here. These were $5.99 each. I got 2 of those. And then this one is the same thing, just smaller, and it was $4.99. I got one of these. I grabbed pretty much like everything they had, and you should have seen me walking through Ross because I really wasn't expecting to find a ton. So I didn't grab a cart or anything, and then I looked crazy with like a stack up to here, like from here up with bins in it. And yeah, anyway, it was funny to see. But I got this was $3.99, and then I also got the egg holders, and this one, it holds 14 eggs, and it was $3.99 as well. So that's all that I got so far. I'm going to go ahead and start organizing some of the things and putting them where they need to go. pantry staples and the spices, and we're going to do this one. I am going to first start by just kind of cleaning it out. So the spices aren't terrible because I've organized them before, but I really just need to figure out, like, there's just too much on the shelf. So we can move things up now though, because I got rid of some things up top. So I'll show you what it looks like first, and then we will take everything out, wipe it down, and then I'll get some bins to put some of the stuff in. So this is what we're working with. So there are a few times where you will see that I will put some things on a shelf and then think about, well, I think it would actually be better here. So this is one of those where I started to put like my cocoa powder and some of my baking ingredients on the shelf with the spices. But then once I started thinking about all the spices that we have, I thought, well, maybe we can move these up to the shelf above. So you'll see that there. And then I also did that with some of the other pantry staples like our rice and pasta, flours, and things like that. So you may see that here and there. So just a heads up on that one. But this is the first one. We actually ended up moving those up to the shelf above, which you will see later on in the video. And I think it just makes so much sense with the layout having it like that, and I'm really happy with how it came out. snacks up here and then canned goods down here, kind of like they are, but it just really needs to be organized. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. I have this massive bag of pancake mix that we bought that we thought we would use by now and haven't. So I think most of it is because it's up here and we don't really ever come up here. So that's going to go in our breakfast cabinet. So I'm gonna do that. We're gonna clean everything out first and wipe it down again. We're starting on snacks now, so I went ahead and just put in here this popcorn, green pea crisps, my red lentil crisps, the whole peanuts right there, like this, the roasted ones. And then I know this isn't a snack, it's for a recipe, but it just goes with the other bags. Raymond has his popcorn station here with popcorn, and then the salt. This is actually the salt from the movie theater, so fun fact there. And then these are just things we like having these for the kids if they come over, the youth. So we have that. Finished. So back on the left right there, the chips and the things that I showed in the beginning, all of those right there. This is actually not necessarily snacks in that back right corner. It is actually a bin full of our pecans, walnuts, baking nuts, things like that. So all that is right there. There's our popcorn with that popcorn salt, our cashews. These are some jalapeno flavored beef sticks from Thrive Market. And then here I have chocolate covered cranberries and pomegranates. And then we have our dates and raisins, and then just the fruit like that right there. So that is this, and now that is the whole cabinet right there, which looks so much better. This drawer had rags and things like that in it, and this only had the pot holders. So I got rid of the ones that just looked awful, and I've tried to wash and can't get clean, and we'll just get more. But these are these kind of pot holders right here. I don't use these quite as often, so I put them in the back. These are extra towels to go oven. I put it at the back because I still want it in here, but it doesn't need to be up front. These are the pot holders that we have. I absolutely love these with the rubber in it. I know that's dirty, but you know. These are our washcloths to wash dishes if we need to. And then these are like our drying rags. So I just put those two little plastic bins in here. All right, so this drawer is right underneath the stove here. So I got rid of a lot of the utensils that were extra that were here that we just really don't use. So I'm cleaning this out now, and we are definitely going to wipe it down because it is filthy inside of here, as you can tell. All right, so we got it wiped down and cleaned out. That is not dirty, it's actually just scratched, and so this is the wood from underneath coming through, but I'm just not repainting the whole thing. So we have that now. I'm going to add in the grilling supplies in this drawer. This drawer that had the rags in it, I'm going to put all of my silicone molds for my baking. I have a ton, and they're just crammed in here in this drawer. So we're going to put those in here, as well as whatever utensils were left over from the other drawer. That's all of our molds, and then just the few other things that I took out of that other utensil drawer. Ooh, just put this in here as well, and that'll free up some space from our utensil drawer. But so that one's done, so now we're going to move on to the utensils. All right, so we have it down to just like these kind of things that we're leaving in here. You ever have those like few silverware pieces of silverware that are just your favorite? So these are mine because they have the extra long handles. These are my ice cream spoons. And then this is just a spoon that my mom and them had. It was, I think, my great grandmother's, and it is just my favorite fork. I know it's kind of strange, but I have that, so we're keeping those. And then the rest we're going to put in our new silverware that we got as wedding gifts. So let's just clean this out and clean the drawer out, and then we'll put everything back and it'll be good to go. The next mission is to tackle this baking drawer. It was organized and I had a lot of orders, and clearly it's not organized anymore. So we're going to organize this real quick and get this done. So I have these two things that came in the packs, and I was trying to figure out what to do with them. So I think I'm going to separate just the plain colored cupcake liners here, and then the patterned and the seasonal ones right here. So these will be, it'll be separated like that. All right, so I have everything cleared out, and I just put in this stuff right here like I did for the cabinets. So I put that in so that it's like that non-stick, good non-stick material. And now we're gonna start, I need to think about how I'm gonna organize this, but we're gonna start putting some things back in. Liners and putting those, I don't know if that was shut, but we will see in a minute. And then I'm going to keep these in here, just transfer to a different container. why these don't fit. I just tried. So honestly, I don't use them. I might just get rid of them. But we're going to put, I'll slide this a little closer. Have all of our food coloring there. Now all of the extra whisks and offset spatulas are going to go right here. Okay, so I switched it up just a little bit. I moved these back all under the shield for, especially if I'm dumping powdered sugar in, it helps it from going everywhere. I just can't think of the actual name right now. So I have that, and then I have a few of the attachments for my KitchenAid right here. And now I have my whisks, spatulas, and then my offset spatulas, and then this cake server because it really doesn't go anywhere else. Then we have, these are things I use for decorating, our shimmer sprays, those extra things that I'm going to use sometime. And we have our cupcake liners, the food coloring, and I think that's all I'm going to put in this top drawer right here, but that looks so much better. And now we are going to work on this. So here, I think I have a dehydrator back there that was given to us that we never use, so I'm going to get rid of that. These things right here, I don't really know what I'm doing with them, so we'll have to figure that out. And this just needs organized because, yeah, so many sprinkles. So we have this cabinet done now. The top is, in the back we have the boxes that we put things in. We have the scale, this thing that looks like a cutting board right there is actually my cake pop stand that I made. We have the cake stand that I use to ice in the cakes. And then down on the bottom in the pink bin we have all of our sprinkles and toppings. The white bin we have our filler for the boxes. In the left bin on the front, all of the piping supplies. In the middle is all of our piping tips and things like that. And then on the right is all of our cookie cutters. So this is our baking corner. Okay, so I didn't film organizing this because I feel like the video is going to be 10 years long if I do. But I have all of this organized now, just our scissors. These are also Milo's nail clippers. Our lighters for our candles, things like that. Just some random pins, flashlight. And then these are just our extra little wallflower things. That's just kind of miscellaneous, but I don't really know where to put it. And this is always the drawer that's like whatever anyway. We have our coin rollers. These are just knobs and things that we're actually going to put on the little cabinet after we paint it. So I have that there. All of our command strips and things. Duct tape. This is for the stovetop, so since the stovetop's right there, I feel like this would be smart to put it there. Glue, like super glue, things like that. All of our batteries and our tape measure. That's all here. Hello. I also did not film organizing down here because, again, I don't want it to be super long. Excuse me, sir. But we organized this down here. In the back right there is our dish soap, the white vinegar that I use for cleaning the fruits and vegetables, our dishwasher tablets, the few cleaning supplies that I only leave here in the kitchen usually. And then we always have some Drano and a vase for flowers, and then our trash bags and extra hand soaps. So that's all organized and looks so much better. got it all wiped down and cleaned out, and this makes me so happy. So we're getting ready to put the shelves and the drawers back in now. All right, so I put everything in, and I organized the door over here. So we'll just kind of go through everything. So I'm using the bins like this that I got from Ross. So I have the eggs in that. It came with a top, but I wanted to put all the eggs in and the top wouldn't fit on there when I did that. So we have those, and then the egg whites behind there. The top is all either produce or fruits. So we do have one of the containers right there with our celery, asparagus, broccoli, and carrot, cabbage, not carrots in it. And then down here, over there, we have just our pickled things or the things that are in the jars, our butter, and then just the cinnamon rolls. Those won't be there for forever, so I'm fine with it being there for now. Here we have more produce that just wouldn't fit up top. And then in this bin right here, we have all of our milks and creamers. So, and then the orange juice right up here. This is for a recipe, so we won't always have this, so I didn't worry about putting it in a bin. So that's that. And then lastly, we have all of our meats down here. So I did poultry and pork right there, and then beef over here. So I have all of that beef and bison. So anything that's not poultry and pork, Milo says hi. Then I have the butter in here. That's normally where I always put it. And then I organized it. Our pickled things are right here, and some of our mustards, and then just that one salad dressing, and then other pretty common condiments here. Then on the bottom we have our salsa, our kind of like Asian spices, or not spices but sauces, and Chick-fil-A sauce, of course. Milo's still sniffing everything. And then steak sauces and jelly. So that is everything, and I am so happy with how this turned out. Our last cabinet was the cabinet above the fridge, so it really just had our serving platters, some extra throwaway plates, and this is really just our entertaining cabinet here, but it looks so much better. The very last thing we organized were the two drawers on our little hutch that we have here in the kitchen. This drawer is for coffee, so we have our already pre-made K-cups, but then we also have some things in the back that we can actually do the coffee in ourselves, as well as other attachments for our hand frother. So that is in this drawer, and then in our next one is going to be all of our teas, as well as our mushroom coffee, mushroom hot chocolate, which is from Four Sigmatic, so give that a try if you haven't. It is so good. But we have that there. I just love how all of this came out and how neat and everything looked. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you did, and don't forget to watch out for more videos like this coming soon. So thanks for watching.